Yo, everyone. Let's give it a couple of minutes and we'll get started. Yo, Hannah. Yo, Hattel. Yo, Gigi. Right. Main lady's not on board yet. We'll see when she comes on. Yo, Pooja. Yo, Kate. Yo, Vishal. 1 year today. Yes, Emma. 1 year today. Incredible journey. You know what Bally's like, guys? She makes us wait. Yo, Kimmy. Yo, Zainab. Yes, Mira. Boom. She's making us wait. Wonder where she is. You can't have Gina on it and Bally's late. Typical. Yo, Vimal. Yo, Claire. Look forward to our music. I ain't dancing for crap. Obviously keeping everyone waiting. Yes, Lily. Boom. Gigi, is your mum coming on or what? Is she having a little spectacle? Hey, yo, Bally. Bally turns up. It's alright, Bally, mate. You turn up 4 minutes late. It's okay. It's okay. We forgive you. So let's see if we can get her on board. Oh, look. We're gonna have that issue again. You know where in the test it give me time to get a coffee. I'm waiting for a coffee. Daddy, coffee. We're gonna have that issue again. Yesterday the tester version ran smoothly. Now test version don't seem to be running smoothly. Bally, I think you got to turn it on so I can accept so I can send you a request to join me. Just like yesterday, remember? We did it yesterday. Hey baba, hey baba. Yeah, Daddy, coffee. Right, guys. Obviously, you know what Bally's like. I think she's obviously either playing the music or getting ready. She needs to activate her end and put allow me to add as a guest. We did a test run yesterday and it actually ran smoothly. So, you know how it is, right? Tests always run smoothly, and then when it comes to the real thing, it's just like when I was a kid. My exams, my pre-exams are probably better than my actual proper exams. Yo, Bally, I'm here. I know you're here, but you still need to. I think you need to at the bottom. There's a toggle, a picture, and a body and a picture. You need to. It needs to say allow request. Boom. It says adding, adding, adding. Should have got an acceptance, Bally. Unless you're keeping us waiting. Oh, Bally. Bally, you accepting the request? Bally, on my end, it says I'm adding you, and you're not accepting the request. Magic will appear in one moment. It should work. I've just accepted it. Right, I'll cancel it. Let me cancel it and I'll start again. It says add in my end. Sally, you weren't the only one who had difficulties. We did an actual test run yesterday and it actually worked perfect. The guest declined the video invitation. I think obviously Bally's having issues on her end, guys. I don't think it's my end anymore. We should start the show at about 11:15 at this rate. Then we can get ready for actual 11. She sent me a request now. This should actually work. Right, Bally, I think we're going to shut mine down. If I shut mine down, it should work. We'll see. Because yesterday was perfect. Oi!
Blimey, Sam, I've been like 10 minutes waiting for you.
10 minutes? I've been 10 minutes waiting for you, love.
No, I've been here.
Yeah, I've been here. I can't dance now. My warm-up's finished. I've attempted to warm up, and you took too long to connect.
Oh, dear. No. How long can we dance for? 30 seconds?
30 seconds. I've passed my warm-up now. I can do it at the end.
Okay, we'll do it at the end. At the end.
How are you?
The highlight. People have to stay to the end to see you dance to my song. I'm good, thank you, Sam. I'm good.
Is it R&B hip-hop, so? Or was it like Bhangra?
It's my kind of music.
What?
Yeah. Bearing in mind how old I am, it's gonna be interesting seeing you dance to my song.
Yeah, is it going to be thingy though, like a bit like swearing and stuff like that, isn't it? Like proper hip hop?
No, not gangster. Not gangster. No, it's not gangster.
Right, guys. So guys, I'm your host, Sam Hanney, and we have Bally. Bally's been with you for how long, Bally?
About in July. Hey Sam, I just got cut off there. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be two years in July, but then I had about a 5-month break, didn't I? Last year, I had a bit of a break.
Yeah, you had a break like this year. You had a break like this year, haven't you?
I mean, another break. Yeah. So yeah, that's two. I've got another break at the moment.
There you go.
So
right,
about 2 years on and off.
Pardon?
About 2 years on and off being with you.
2 years, yeah. It'll be about another 10 years well in the future, though. Let's be honest.
Oh, member for life, me, Sam. I'm here forever for the long haul. And my family and my friends.
That's it. You fitters for life. So
Yeah,
I got a first
definitely.
question. I got a first question for you. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Or are you nervous? You look nervous.
No, just wonder what the first question is. How many questions have you got? 25?
I've rounded it up to 1, 2, 3. I basically got 15, but basically it's 2 questions per one, really. So yeah, about 25.
Okay then. Come on then. Let me
So
get Paul a second.
yeah, come forward so we can see your sexy face and that young skin.
Put moisturiser on today. Someone put moisturiser on.
Everyone's
Hang
got
on.
everyone's got questions about your youth, so we'll get into them. Bally, what are you doing with the camera now? And Bally's messed around with the camera.
Oh my goodness. Right.
Why do you keep moving the
Don't
camera
touch it
for?
now. I'm not pushing it now. Don't touch it there now.
So let's rock and roll then. So here's the first question. What was your original goal when joining UFIT? And so it's a 2-part question. And has that goal now changed?
Right. When I first joined UFIT, Sam, I saw you on that live stream on Facebook, and you're talking about the D1S challenge. And so when I originally came, I only came to join, I came to have a chat with you, and it's for 6 weeks, and I joined to do the D1S challenge with you. I wanted to go down a dress size basically. And with those first 6 weeks, I lost 12 pounds in 6 weeks. So that was my original goal. It was just to lose weight. And since then, Sam, my goals have been like changing continuously all the time. I mean, I've set another challenge, so Helen's my coach. So first it was 12 pounds. And then I thought, let me lose another half a stone, and then another half a stone, and then other challenges as well, the goals, as in the mindfulness challenge. So I did the mindfulness challenge with you. That was fantastic. And everything else that you've introduced me to. So my goal now, presently, is just to maintain. It's not to lose any more weight, it's to maintain. But I don't know if you remember, Sam, the first time when we had the chat, and I told you that previously I've been a member of a few other gyms. I've been, on and off with a couple of other gyms in Leicester. And I just didn't enjoy training. I didn't enjoy going to the gym. And I remember saying to you, if you can get me to come to the gym at least 3 times a week, that's all I want from you. Obviously lose the weight, but if you can get me to come to the gym and train 3 times a week, that would be your battle. That's what you need to get me to do. And Sam, and from that first week, you got me doing my steps, challenging me to do my 10,000 steps. And I was training 4 times a week. If you bring that to now, from where I was when I first started, wanting to not even wanting to go to the gym, to what I'm doing now, even in quarantine, Sam, with all your support and the girls' support, I'm training. I'm doing 2 classes a day. I do 12 classes a week. I do 12 classes a week. Sunday is my rest day, so I can chat. Otherwise, I'm very busy. So I do strength training every day, 6 days a week. I do my MET classes, which is high intensity classes for people who don't know, every day. And my step count is about 20 to 5,000 a day. So you set me on this, you set me off, Sam. Once you set me off, that's it. I haven't stopped. I haven't looked back since. So my goals are changed. My
Do you
goals are
remember?
constantly changing.
Do you remember that time when you first met me? You said you don't have a core.
Yeah, yeah. Due to my previous health conditions, I've been quite poorly in the past. I'm a retired teacher now. I used to teach in a local primary school as the assistant head teacher there. Loved my job, and I ended up getting very poorly. I picked up a cold from the children. I ended up with severe pneumonia. Went admitted into intensive care at Glenfield. What's that, Sam? And ended up in a coma. I was in a coma for quite a long time. Initially, when the doctors put me to sleep, they said it was going to be for 2 weeks, and they put me to sleep without even saying one time to say, just rushed me in, and they just said, we're going to put you to sleep for 2 weeks. I woke up 3 months later in the state where I couldn't even lift up my hands. I had 20 machines attached to me. I'd lost all my muscle mass. I'd lost all my mobility. I couldn't talk. I had tracheostomies in my throat. I was really in a bad state. And from there, it's been an uphill battle. And when I came to you, I'd had a lot of operations. And I said to you, Sam, I said, I've got no core. I've got no muscles in my stomach because everything, wounds and things. And Sam was like, no, we'll work with you. And Sam, you did. And that's to say to me, I said, I've got no mid-core, Sam. I've got no mid-core. And you were like, Bally, trust me, we're working on it. And then when I got poorly last year, and I ended up back in hospital, and then I had more complications with my tummy, and I had another 6 operations, big operations on my tummy. The doctors at first, when they knew I'd come back into hospital, they were reluctant to operate on me. And they looked at the scan. They had a big meeting to discuss my complications, and they're like, "What have you been doing?" Because you have got your muscles. They might not be in the right place because my muscles are split. Because you've got really strong abs. You've got really strong mid-core. They said, "What have you been doing?" I said, "I'm a member of YouFit." I said, "I look after myself. I exercise, I train, I eat healthy." And being in a hospital bed, Sam, with a lot of patients who were unfit, some of them are overweight, and bariatric patients, there were a lot of bariatric patients, and the doctors were refusing to operate on these ladies. There's only one surgeon there who was willing to have a go at operating. They're too scared, and they said to me, they said, your fitness level, and Sam, they fixed me, they fixed my core. You did half of it, and they did the other half, and everything was fixed, but they said they could do it because of my fitness levels. If I wasn't fit, if I hadn't trained, if I wasn't strong, if I hadn't lost the weight that I'd lost, they wouldn't have known what to do with me. So thank you, Sam, and to everybody there. They managed to put everything back in my stomach now, and it's all looking good. So thank you. So you know, Sam, I remember that first day when I came back and I came to see you.
And you came. That's the first time I met your daughter, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, and I knew, and I came to see you because I think
she was like your bodyguard.
Like my bodyguard. She goes, "Mum, you're not going back to the gym," and I really wanted to come. I knew I couldn't at that point, but I felt I needed to come and see you just to reassure myself. I think that was, you were still there, and I would come back. And we had that chat, and you said, "Bally, not until you're ready." And you were really patient with me. And that first time when I came back, Sam, you told me to sit outside of those chairs, and you guided me. And it was your skill, your expertise, your knowledge. And you got me back to my fitness again, and I wanted to rush, but you put your time with me. You knew exactly what to do with me. You knew. So thank you very much for Sam. Sam, you have transformed my life. You've changed my life completely.
I had to be a sergeant major, didn't I?
Yeah, you was clear. Yeah, because even with Helen, I was like, from lifting heavy weights, Sam, heavy for me is like 9, 10 kg. 2 kgs. I'm looking at them. And I'm looking at Isabel Ashford and some of the other strong people in the gym. And I was just like, well, you're not letting me do that. But you knew, you were very strict, but you knew. And it's taken me a year now to get back. But yeah, I'm stronger than ever now. So thank you.
The interesting thing is, isn't it? We always had in essence, from some previous conversation, we always talked about MET classes, and we always said, yeah, Bally, we'll get there. I remember one conversation, I said you probably wouldn't be able to do it, right? Because it's not a controlled environment. Yeah. But if you actually look at the circumstances now, you do 6 MET classes a week.
I'm doing them every day. I do them. Obviously, the girls are amazing. Heather and Sarah, who take the classes online through this whole quarantine, the past couple of months, they've been absolutely amazing. So they show the different exercises that they give you. They're the hardcore, which is what Gina's doing. and then the sort of low to middle intensity, which is what I'm doing. But yeah, and I wanted to do it once, and he made me go sit on the bike. He goes, go and sit on the bike upstairs, Bally, and you can watch, but you're not to come off that bike. And I sat and watched the Met class, and at that point, I don't think I was ready. But then I'm doing it now, so there you go, Sam. I can do Met class. So when we go back, can I join in the Met class?
Trust me, when we go back, we're going to go back with a bang. I've got something coming massive.
Yeah.
So you don't you worry.
Look forward to it.
I'll put you in your own little cubbyhole.
But I can't talk to anyone. Do I get told off the most for talking? Do I get told off the most? Me and Jill Lindley.
You know, the best thing now is like, I'm going to have to keep your distance so I can put see you over there. Hi, Bally. Hi, Bally.
I still pop round with my mask on.
So, next question for you.
Okay.
What's your overall why? Like, a lot of people struggle with motivation. A lot of people struggle with having enough leverage to fulfill goals or stick at their goals long term. What's your overall why, and how did that create the leverage for you to change?
My overall why is I don't want to go back to where I was, Sam. I'm not going to go back. I refuse to even contemplate the fact that I'm going to get back to where I was, get poorly again and go back into hospital. So my leverage every day is to be as healthy as possible, to maintain my weight.
Even with biscuits?
Yeah, I can have biscuits, Sam. I can have biscuits because I work it off.
There you go.
I play extra hard. If I'm going to have a biscuit, then I'll go for the extra walk. This is why I'm walking all the time, because I want to have my biscuits. I want to have things. But my overall why really is I don't want to put the weight back on. I want to be as healthy as I possibly can. I have a condition. I have complications health-wise. They're ongoing. I will always have problems with my stomach. So if I know that at any point I could be back in hospital. It could be tomorrow, it could be tonight, I don't know, it could be next year, it could be in 5 years' time. My problems are reoccurring. And I'm preparing myself every day, and I motivate myself, and I look after myself, because I know that when I go back into hospital, I will be as physically strong and fit as I possibly can be. When I went in the first time, Sam, I stayed 5 months, almost 5 months in hospital, just lying in a bed. I came out in a wheelchair. Doctor said I wouldn't walk again. If that is not enough motivation and enough why for anyone, then I don't know what else. Gave me less than 10% chance of surviving. They said I wouldn't make it. I'd have lung conditions. I'd be on oxygen the rest of my life. I fought everything to get back to where I am now, to this health and my peak fitness. I'm not going back. So my leverage is huge. And my family. I do it for my family, Sam. I was in a really poorly. My family suffered. My kids, my kids they're both members at the studio, and my husband. I don't want to put parents, my friends, my family. They were all on that journey with me, and I'm not willing to put anyone through that again.
When some people hit hardship and quit. What was your attitude to not quit? What was it not giving in?
That's just not part of my mentality. There's no way that I would, as a teacher, as a mom, when my kids are at school, Miss, I can't do this. I'm like, there's no such thing as I can't. You've got to keep going. We've all got it within us to do the best that we possibly can. And a couple of times I came home and I sat at home and I have cried. And I was like, I can't do this. I said to my mum, I was like, why am I suffering? Why is it me? And my mum said, you've been saved. You've been given a second chance in life. She goes, you need to grab it with both hands and move forward and do everything you can that you want to do. There's no such thing as I can't do it or I won't do it. For me, Helen tells me, she goes, Val, you've got the all or nothing mentality. I do it and I go all in, and then I just go for it. So don't quit. we've all got it within us. Everybody's got it within us to do the best we can. And look at your family. Look at your friends, people around you. You want to be in the best possible health you can for them. And that's another reason why I do it, for my family, not just for me, for my family. And I want to see my
Yeah, if you look,
grandkids. I want to have
yeah,
grandkids, and I want to, when I retire, I want to travel the world. When my husband retires, travel, jet set lifestyle. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for my kids to move out, and then my husband can retire, and then go travel the world. But I'll still come back
that's
to
a
you,
good,
Fit.
that's a good thing though. Yeah, 6 months of the year. In terms of obviously for yourself, then, what do you think the knock-on effects of you starting for your children? Because obviously a lot of people have got kids, right? And to some degree, a lot of people find it challenging, but there's a massive reward element because I think children obviously seeing you. Remember, the children knew you was coming to the gym, but really they didn't really dip the toes in, right? If you think about it, they didn't really get involved in terms of what you was doing. Was it just you being a role model consistently?
I think so. I think they saw what I was doing, and I think they sort of sat back. And I didn't encourage them at any point, saying that you come and join YouFit, come and join YouFit. It has to be their choice. They have to be ready. They have to want to do it. But I
Cool.
think it was a lot of people, not just my kids. A lot of other people had started joining before my kids joined. I don't know if you realise, but like Amina Ali, she said to me, "Bally, you're looking, how have you done this? How have you got in shape?" And Sandy, my sister Sandy, she joined as well, and other members of my family. A lot of people have started noticing, and I think the best way to motivate other people and to show other people is when they just see you, and my kids are looking at what I was eating, and they both asked to. They said, "Look, Mum, we want to join." I think it's so important to be role models, and now all of us sit around and then we plan our meals together. I cook one day, Balraj cooks one day, Gina cooks one day, and my husband cooks one day, and we cook healthy meals, and together. Between the four of us, Sam, I was calculating this last night, we've lost, that's about 3 years, about three years, 11 stones. I've lost
Wow.
since I started. Before I joined YouFit, I'd lost some of my weight, and then some of my weight I'd lost it, but I've lost 70 pounds myself. I've lost that,
Wow,
and that's a
incredible, right?
huge difference. So, yeah. But for me, Sam, this journey is not just about losing weight. It's about like inspiring other people as well. And this is the reason why I've done it. If I can inspire one other person, that you know what, she did it in the state that she was in, how poorly I was, and I've done it, and and I'm healthier now, Sam, at 53 than I was 30 years ago. And I can say that with hand on my heart. I'm healthier now. I'm lifting weights. I'm training every day. Eating healthy. I'm strong. I can outwalk and outrun. Oh yeah, and I started doing the couch to 5K with
Great. How
Gina.
do you find that?
And I
All right.
never thought I would run. I never thought I would run, Sam, but I've started running now as well. And I'm really enjoying that. So if I can do it,
Don't you worry. Don't
honestly,
you worry. We'll throw something else at you.
oh, okay. See what that is.
We'll do
Yeah.
we'll do a tough mudder.
Oh, that sounds a bit dirty, a bit muddy. Yeah, I think I've had
Yeah,
that one.
we'll do it in a couple of years. Pass that one.
Yeah. But my brother, my brother's joined.
Here's one for you then. Yeah, your brother, he's doing really well. All of them doing really well though, aren't they?
Yeah.
To be fair, all of your
Yeah,
friends and family do really well. All of
they
them do
are.
really.
They're all looking
The interesting
amazing,
thing
all of
is, for
them.
example, yeah, you all have a similar mentality. Just get it done, sort of thing, attitude.
Just get
Obviously,
it done.
there's reasons behind people. Yeah, just get it done. And obviously perseverance. I think the biggest thing for all of it is just perseverance.
Perseverance, yeah. You have to keep going. It doesn't happen quickly. It's not going to happen overnight. For me, it's taken 3.5 years for me to get to where I am. But
Yeah, people forget that,
I
right?
think the
That's the
whole
interesting thing. People see you.
I think people look at me and think, she's always been like this. We'll have to put some pictures up maybe this week on the studio and show people what I actually did look like first before I started losing weight. It comes with hard work. It's every day, Sam. It's every day, you know.
I don't think your pictures will fit on the camera.
Shrink it down a bit. Yeah, no,
That's it. I'll shrink it. I think one of the biggest things that I liked, we'll talk about it, is your photo shoot. How did you find your photo shoot?
The photo shoot, you asked me for a while. You said, you know, that was that's a reward for me to get, you know, that's from UFIT to the clients when you get to target weight. You do a photo shoot for us, and I didn't want to do it. I really didn't want to do it, and I just like kept putting it off. And then I said, oh, when Gina does it, or when my kids get to target, and then I do it. And actually, on the day, I absolutely loved it. It was really, I really enjoyed it. I've got the photos in my house now. I've got them up upstairs. The photos are on the wall. But yeah, it just made me realise how far I'd actually come, and it is something to be proud of. It is something to be proud of. But yeah, and it's nice to do it with Gina. It was nice to do it with Gina. I'll have to have another one with Raj.
That's it. And Cully, we'll just get Cully down for the day.
Yeah.
Cully's
the last
just
one.
come in for the photo shoot for the day. Yeah,
he goes to the
can
gym
just come down for the day.
Yeah, he can come down. We do a family photo shoot.
That's it. We'll all jump in. So, here's one for you. How do you keep motivated through low times? We'll probably answer it, but is there anything else you want to add to it?
I think I just look at my family, and I think, you know, it's not just about going back to where I was, you know, a few years ago. I feel so happy, Sam. I feel so happy. I'm really content. I'm happy with my life, with the way I look, the way I feel, and I want to continue like this. So I get up every morning, and you know, all my morning routines and everything that I do. It's not even for me.
What
it's
are your
not
morning
even
routines?
something I think about anymore. My morning routines. I have quite an intense morning routine. Because I don't work, because I've retired now, I have more time. So I do, first thing in the morning, I do my half sun salutation, which is the stretch, yoga stretch I do, and that just sort of like wakes me up. So I do my sun salutation in the morning. I meditate every morning for 10 minutes. I meditate for 10 minutes. I use the Calm app, which you guys introduced me to. But everything that I do, all my morning routine, everything has been since I've met you guys at UFIT. You've introduced all of this. I've learned through the podcast that you've asked us to listen to, the books that I've been reading that you've recommended, Sam. So my sun salutation, I do my meditation every morning for 10 minutes. I do 20 minutes of prayers. I sit and I do my prayers. I'm a Sikh community, so I do my prayers in the morning. I do journaling. I've got a journal where I make some notes every morning. I physically handwrite my notes. And I've got a gratitude app. I've downloaded a gratitude app. And that's my part of my morning routine and my evening routine. I put pictures up. I put positive quotes up on there. And I've got a streak now, Sam, of about 500 days. I do it without fail every morning. And this just sets me up for the day.
Wow.
My positive affirmation.
500, right?
Affirmation.
500.
Yeah. 500. It's been almost a year, over a year and a half now, and I do it as part of for my motivation wise. I've been doing all this for so long now. It's part of my life. It's just part of what I do. I don't ever have to think about it. It's just what I do every day. And in the evening, my evening routine is I do yoga as well. I do yoga 3 times a week. I meditate, and then my gratitude app again in the evening. And then I've got my my salt lamp. I've got a salt lamp, and I sit and I just relax and I read.
Nice. I always say to clients that if you can win in the morning, you win in the evening, you win in the day.
Definitely.
It seems like your morning and evening routine are nailed.
Yeah, yeah, and that's all thanks to you guys. I mean, I didn't do any of this before, and I'd get up in the morning. So I'm from having a full-time job, really good career, in a wheelchair, and thinking, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do? What am I going to do the rest of my life? It's having to pick yourself up, and even when I joined UFIT, mindset-wise, I wasn't in the right place. I know now that I wasn't nowhere near where I am now. My mindset has changed. My mindset from, and, you know, when you talk about fixed mindset and growth mindset,
Yeah.
but from there, look where it's taken me, look where my journey is, and it's not just about small little goals. It's a whole lifestyle. It's okay, I'm doing this. Where can I go with this? Where can I go next? The 5K, you know, it'll be 25K, the 10K, the 25K. Who knows? I might even do half marathon, Sam. What do you think?
Half. I'd just do the full. No point in half.
Ooh, yeah, and raise some money for Glenfield Hospital. But yeah, slowly, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't stuck at one thing. You know, I keep, you know, I feel like I'm building on everything that I'm learning. I'm taking it to the next level. I'm moving on and moving on. So, yeah.
Okay. Here's the next question for you then. How do you food prep and say no to temptation?
Like,
Did you get that?
food prep. Yeah, so my food prep, because obviously my children are grown up, so we have a day in the week. One will cook on a Monday, one will cook on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And now they're all members of the UFIT family. We just use the cookbooks that you have, and then we prepare our evening meals. We will cook a meal each. So we plan it in advance. We know what we're going to have throughout the week. We put it on the fridge. Whoever's turn is that day, they go and get the ingredients and they cook the food. So it's very much our food prep. I don't have young children now, so it's all a family effort. We all decide together. We, you know, cook together and we plan together. Saying, what's the second part? Saying no to family
Say no
members.
to temptation. No, temptation.
Oh, to
Temptation.
temptation. If, for example, I've got a family wedding, this is all things I've learned from. If I've got a family wedding or I've got a party in the evening, I'll just cut one of my meals in the daytime. So maybe miss breakfast or I'll have a light lunch. So I prepare in advance. I don't go thinking, oh, I'm here now and I'm stuck now. It comes the day before I plan. So I might intermittent fast. I might just have 2 meals on that day. Saying no to temptation. If I really want something, Sam, if I really want something now, because I'm maintaining, if I want something and we'll have it, then I just have to work it off. Hence why I'm working out all the time. But you know, it comes with, I think with me it's come over time. I know, and I speak to Helen. Now Helen, who's my coach, Helen messages me most days and she'll ask me, Bally, you know, what's your day like, what you've got planned, and if I'm not sure about something I will ask Helen. But generally, if I really want something and maybe I've had too much that day, it takes me back to where I was. I put weight back on and I won't do that, so I won't have it. I have to say no. Sometimes you're in a family scenario when you've got family members there, and I'm sure other people feel the same when there's other family members there, and like, oh, have a bit, you'll be all right. I'm very good at saying no to other people. I'll be like, no, I'm not having it. My family know me well enough now to know that if I don't want something and I say no, it means no, I just won't have it. So they don't say it anymore. They're stopped. So we've got to be firm. We've got to be firm. You know, if we don't want it, say no to them. I'm not having it. Has that answered the question?
I think that answers the question because I think what you've said is, for example, people start to get adapt to the new norm. So, for example, when you start saying no, people start to adapt to that eventually, and they stop asking you, right? It's not necessarily.
Yeah, initially people would say, "Oh, have a bit, have this. Why are you not having it? You're getting too skinny." That's another thing, Sam. You're getting too skinny or you're too thin now. Nobody says anything now. Now they used to see me like this. Nobody says anything now. They've all stopped. It's because it's a
Yeah, it's
drastic
because they're
change from
adapted
where
to the
I
new
was to
norm, isn't
where
it?
I am. Yeah, exactly. It's adapted to this now. This is me, and so if I put weight on, but now nobody says anything. But you know, you have to be firm. If you know, if you don't want something, then just say no, thank you. Very kind, but no, I'm not having it.
Yeah, I think that's quite hard in the from just talking to clients. It's quite hard in the Indian community, especially when you go to like your mother-in-laws and things like that, and you have to think you're saying no. Obviously, the actual client feels bad for saying no, but actually in reality, you're just looking after yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I say no. I say no all the time. It's like, but this is about me. It's not about them. This is me. This is something I want, you know, putting into my mouth, and I'm not having it. And so, you know, make me healthy options, and I'll have it.
That's a good trade-off, right? Okay.
Yeah, make me healthy options.
So, here's the next one then. Teach me something that most don't know about you as much. So teach me something new that people don't know about you.
It's something new that people don't know about me. I think people know quite a lot about me. Oh, that's an interesting one. Some people might know that I play keyboard, though,
I
don't
know
they?
that.
I
We know that because
started
it sounds
learning the
awful.
keyboard recently. I'm not very good. Hey, no, I'm getting a bit better at that. Teach me something new. That's a tricky one. Let me think about that. We'll
Come
come
on,
back to
Bally,
that
pull
one
it
at
out
the
now.
end.
Okay.
I'm a good dancer, Sam. Shall I put my tune on? Shall we
Yeah.
put the tune on now? Can I have a dance?
Not yet. No. I've
Hey?
still got plenty of questions here. I've still got plenty of questions.
I'm a very good cook now, Sam, can I just say? That's one thing. I'm very good. I've learned something new. Is I've started cooking Chinese, Mexican, Indian meals, and this is only. Even my family members don't think I'm not really into cooking, but since Heather started putting up all those posts on the YouFit Studio group, I've
Yeah.
learned so many new dishes. Yeah, amazing, amazing dishes. Yeah, so
Oh, there
that's
you go
something.
then. So now that's something new that we.
That's something. Yeah,
What's your
that's
favourite
something new.
memory?
My favorite memory is of my
It could be
children.
it could be anything.
I think
Your children.
yeah. Um,
What, seeing them born?
no, not even seeing them born. Um, I think my favorite memory is just seeing my children, the smiles on my children's faces. I think it's that first day when I came home from hospital um, and I'd come back after 5 months, and the nurses, two of the nurses had brought me back in an ambulance as a pre-visit, and my kids were waiting at the door, waiting for me. They were so happy. There were tears in their eyes, and they were just so happy to have their mum back. And I thought, you know what? And then when I stepped into the house and it put me back in the wheelchair, it was the look on their faces, and it was that moment, Sam, that I thought, you know what? I will get better. I will defy all the odds that the doctors have said that I won't walk again. I will walk, and I will show my children. I'm getting emotional now, but yeah, memories, husband and my children's faces when I came back, because they'd been told that I would never come back home. So yeah, that's one of my favourite memories.
It's a good memory. It's a powerful memory as well. So
Yeah.
here's a good one. Here's a good question for you. I don't want to give you a big head.
Go on, then tell me. Look, Sam, look. Thirsty. Sam.
That's it. But I think you got about. I think you get too many gifts from YouFit.
My house is full. We should build an extension.
That's it.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you. You always look vibrant and healthy. What are your top tips?
Oh,
Don't let
everything
your
that
head
I've
go
just
too
said
big.
that I do. No, that's very kind. Very nice of someone to say that, vibrant and healthy. Um,
Yeah, that was
I eat
me.
healthy.
That was me.
I eat healthy. Was it you? Was that your question?
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah. No, I eat healthy. I eat a lot of fresh fruit. I eat vegetables. I exercise. I get good sleep. I sleep well, Sam. I do. I sleep really well. I think that's because I do get quite tired, and
Yeah.
I take supplements as well. I take my vitamin D supplements from UFit, and I take multivitamins. So generally, I think it's just my healthy eating. And I protect my skin. So when you go out, a lot of people see me because I wear a hat when I'm out. I protect myself from the sun as well. So, I wear sun protection and I wear a hat when I go out. So yeah,
Cool.
keep the wrinkles
What
off.
what creams do you use?
I'm old school, oil of youth.
Never even heard of it.
No, hey, yeah. No, I just use moisturising cream. Just from
Oh,
Debenhams.
that's it. That's it. Just one. Just one cream.
Yeah. Just one cream, yeah. That's it.
I think I need that cream for my bags. Look,
You haven't got any bags. You're still a spring chicken. You're still young.
mate. You should. If I was close to you right now, you'd see my grays.
Oh, look at me, Sam. I couldn't even go to the hairdressers to get my hair done for this. I could just manage. And he's cutting.
Yeah, I'm managing. It looks all right. I'm getting away with it, to be fair. Right, are you ready for the next? You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
So, was there ever a point in your journey when you thought you couldn't do it?
Is that my UFit journey? My journey at UFit?
You can class it in two parts, I suppose, if you want to, whichever you feel comfortable with. So basically,
No.
I'll read the full question for you. What was there ever a point in your journey where you felt like you couldn't do this? If so, what helped you get through it? So I can imagine it's probably like, yeah, probably all of it combined to some degree. Because obviously, if you take where you were to go through that, then to lose weight, to become healthier, to do two mets, two strengths, walk, there's quite a lot there, right? But obviously, like you mentioned earlier, it's over a 3 year period. So there must have been. Was there any point, any doubts?
No. No, because I knew I'd find a way. Like I said to you, that memory of my children, the look on their faces. I was so determined, Sam. Was so determined. I would find a way. I went from one gym to the second gym and I still wasn't happy. And then I came to you and I've been with you and I will be with you for life. I will always be with you. I just needed to find the right place, Sam. I needed to find the right support. And that's what I needed. And at UFit, I found that. And once I joined with you, I knew there was no stopping me. There was no way that I would not get to my target. I've surpassed my target because I initially only came to lose a stone and I've lost an extra, so I've lost 2.5 stones with you guys. So I've actually got even past that. And I didn't ever think that I wasn't going to do it. No. Like I said, I'm an all or
That's
nothing
a,
if I go into something.
I think that's a good headspace because you look at the most successful people like Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, a lot of the big sport superstars. They have a never say die attitude where they imagine the future. They imagine them winning. They imagine what the future will look like. They
Yeah,
imagine what it would feel like. And I did a post on that, obviously imagination and using that to your advantage. And that's something you probably, but like you said, you've used quite a lot. Because remember, the thing is, remember at the start of a journey, it's all about superficial stuff, losing weight. But actually, as you manifest into a journey, you can start to realize that it transpires into all areas. But your mindset in all areas is actually
it's
developed, and that's what's took you over the 3 year period, right?
yeah. I've never thought I wasn't going to do it. I actually found yesterday, Sam. I don't know where it is. Hang on a sec. I found I found the book. I found my journal. So I put it away for a couple of weeks, and I've got my journal out. And in there. So every time you do a live, Sam, you know I do this. You know, every time you do a live, you give us challenges to do, and you know that the happiness buffet you asked us to do. And I've
Yeah.
shared that with you, and then I did that wheel. Remember that wheel, the wheel
Yeah.
that you asked us to do. And I do everything you throw at us. Every time you do a live, I sit and I work through it, and you know that because I come and show you and I show Helen. And the happiness buffet. I was looking at that yesterday, and there's 15 things on there that I said, you know, make me that makes you happy. Not your children. I think you know, things that I can do to make myself happy. And out of those 15 things, Sam, I was looking through it, and there's every day now since lockdown, I'm doing 14 of those things daily. I'm doing 14 of those. Probably why I'm such a, you know, probably in a good headspace, because the things that make me happy, I'm still doing them. You know, and I
Yeah,
can
it's
do them. I think
interesting,
the
isn't
only
it?
thing I'm not doing,
Yeah.
yeah, the only thing I'm not doing, Sam, is
I-
cycling. I haven't got a bike. Everything else I'm doing, I can do it at home, and I can go out for walks, and I can listen to my podcast, and I can listen to my music, and I can do my gratitude app, and it's all of those things. I don't know where it's from. I don't know where I put it. Oh, hang on a minute. Here it is. And this, remember?
Yeah, happiness buffet.
Yeah, and I did
The
that, and I was looking at it the other day.
the interesting thing is, isn't it? I think going back to what you just said about obviously, when you get the how can I put it? A true transformation is looking within yourself, right? And then asking yourself or challenging yourself on tasks, right? So, for example, the happiness
Yeah.
buffet, the wheel of life, and obviously, really, I remember. I'm not going to go
That
too much
one.
detail because obviously, yeah, the wheel of life, because obviously that's personal for you. But the interesting thing is when you do the wheel of life and you start to see areas where you need to work on, it gives you something to strive for as well, right?
Yeah,
And I think
that's
that's
it.
where a lot of people. I think that's where a lot of people need to probably keep going. It's a true transformation. This is what I'm starting to see. A true transformation now is not. I've known it for some time, but it's really hitting home that lately. It's not calories. It's not training. It's headspace. If you can develop a headspace,
Yeah,
continue to explore yourself,
that's
continue
all
to
I need.
develop whatever that speed looks like of development is massive. I've spoke to a lot of clients lately about development, and I've said to them that, for example, majority of people, we either go to college, finish college work, we go to uni, finish uni work, and that's it. Learning stops. When I say learning stops, I
Mm.
mean majority of people, personal development stops. Like no one wants to read an exam, no one wants to read a book, no one wants to listen to a podcast, no
Yeah,
one really wants to develop, and it's them areas there where I think a lot of people are failing when they finish studies. Right? I remember when I first finished studying, for example, I was a builder. But the difference between me where I am now to when I was a builder is I continue to explore books, podcasts,
yeah,
audios, courses, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They get to a certain point in their life and then just halter. But actually, the thing is with
yeah,
life carries on life carries on going. But if you don't actually continue to go with life, you get left behind. And I think it's that left people who struggle now is that left behind mentality where they don't feel motivated or don't know how to look after themselves, don't know how to do nutrition. And
um,
so I think it's massive. So
yes,
congratulations
it's
for yourself.
like I've got a journal. Every time you ask me to do something, I follow it through, Sam. Look, I've got my journal and I do everything. I make my notes in there and I keep that. And it's things like you introduced us. It's quite early on in one of the books you recommended. And went and brought it. You know, Feel the Fear. You said Feel the Fear.
Yeah,
Read the book, and I started reading it, and then I got to that page where there's a box. It's got nine boxes in there. And it's things like family, you know, alone time, you know, work, money, and all of that. And every box was ticked, and there was one that was missing, and I was just like, "What is this?" And it's contribution. It was that. What are you giving back to the community? I was doing nothing, but through reading from you, educating me, Sam, and recommending books, I learned that you know what, that's a big area of my life that I'm not doing anything for. And it was since then, and then after that, I got into, you know, spoke to my brother and other people that I knew, and I started doing my charity work. And now that charity work, Sam, that through you guys, I realised I wasn't doing. That's a big part of my life, you know.
Has that
And
only started in the last
so
couple of
that
years
box
then?
is ticked. Sorry,
That only
yeah, only
started in the last
recently. I've
couple of...
only started doing it. Yeah,
Oh,
just
oh
after
wow.
I joined YouFit. You guys, I've not always done that. I only started doing it since I joined youth. Since I read that book that you recommended. And now that's a big part, not just mine, my whole family. And the rewards we get back from that are just as, you know, we feel, that makes me feel just as good as, you know, that going out for a walk or doing something for myself, giving to others is very
What
rewarding. So, you
for
know,
the
thank
for
you
the
for
people
that, Sam.
for the people watching? What do you actually do? What's your contribution?
Right, so we have, there's a charity called the MLSS, the Midland Lunga Seva Society, and they feed the homeless and the needy, and they cook meals every day of the week. Now with what's going on, they cook every day, and we usually feed in the market in Leicester, but now we're doing deliveries to people's homes. And on a Sunday, my husband and I, so they have some restaurants donate the food and they cook at the Sikh temple, but on a Sunday there was nobody to do the feeds because everything is shut and the Sikh temple, they're busy on a Sunday. So my husband and I, we took responsibility for cooking at home, and we cook in our garage, and we've got the big stoves in the garage, and we cook for about 150, 130, 150 people every Sunday. And we cook
Oh
hot
wow.
meals and we pack them and we take them, and then and then obviously Balraj and Gina, they help as well. There's a big team behind it that we go, and then you know, other people do like other crisps and they do that, but we cook the hot food, and that's a big part. And then since all of this quarantine business has been going on, Sam, we I can't, I'm not, you know, I'm not going out and meeting other people like that. So Gina and I, we're at home and we're packing biscuits, and we packed 350 packs of biscuits yesterday and then being picked up this afternoon. So behind the scenes, we're still doing it. We're not cooking the hot meals at the moment, but that's because Kuli's not here. And Kuli come back, we will, then we'll get back. But Sam, all that's come down from all my learning, the education, and the things I've picked up from you. You know, it's that whole life grid that's in that book. There's a whole life grid. I find that
Yeah.
fascinating. But that's like you said, you know, that's through work that you've told us to do, and I do it.
I got one quick question to ask you.
Okay.
Obviously, some people don't know, but obviously since lockdown happened, obviously your husband's moved out, your son's moved out, for example, which on some people could see it quite tough. How you cope through that? Because obviously sometimes not having your loved ones around you can be challenging. How have you coped through that?
Yeah, I miss them. I miss my husband terribly, and I miss Balraj. It's just me and Gina and I. There's two of us at home. But you know, they can pop around outside the fence and see them. But I've coped really well, Sam. Being honest, you know, Gina, we've coped really well, and that is because we have things to do during the day. You know, the support that you've put on, and you know, on the group YouFit for the YouFit members has been absolutely, and I can't tell you, absolutely amazing. It's been a lifesaver for me and Gina. You know, you have about 5 classes in the morning, live streamed, and you have on Zoom. You have another 4 or 5 in the evening. Your high intensity classes, the strength classes. So we do, like I said, we do 2 a day. And then on top of that, Heather's recipes, her delicious recipes. If I want something, I don't know how to cook. If I message Heather, who's one of the coaches, within the next 24 hours, the next she'll have put the recipe up with pictures, with ingredients and everything. And I've been cooking, and I just like that's something that's really like, you know, I've learnt so much.
We all just want.
With the chocolate, yeah.
We just want the chopping board, don't we? Really?
The chopping board, yeah.
No, chopping.
That's a good chopping board. The chopping board, yeah. Chopping board, yeah.
It's magnificent.
But it's not just the classes, it's the support from Helen. Since we've gone into lockdown, Helen with me has one-to-one with Helen once a week for half an hour. She'll let me know, you know, we're having our weigh-ins on a Friday, and then she'll give me my feedback a few days later to say, Bally, this is what your weight is, this is where you should be, this is where you are. She's very supportive, knowledgeable. She calls me weekly. She's still recommending books that I can do, I can be reading. But Sam, overall, everything you put into place, very grateful, Sam. It's an amazing package you put on for all the members, and you know that Gina and I are all on. And also, like I said, the happiness buffet. That's looking at that, I've realised actually I'm still doing everything. So thank you.
So you should. Here's something for you then. Here's another one for you. Before starting your journey with UFit, what was your biggest fear?
Before starting, my fear, I was scared that I'd be overweight. I'd be overweight forever. And I was afraid that I'd be overweight forever, and I'd go back into hospital and be unwell and go back and not make it the next time. I wouldn't make it out the next time. That was what I was scared of. But I knew I had to do something, and the fact that I was looking for somewhere, and the people that are out there who are looking and thinking that they should be doing something, well, that tells you, do it. What are you waiting for? The fact that you're looking, you're watching, or maybe you might be looking at this, don't just sit and watch. Do it. Change your life now before it is too late. I did it. I could have given up. When I came from hospital, the doctors have said to me, it's either going to go this way or that way. They told my family, either she's going to pull herself together and get on with it, or she's just going to sit at home and be like this. And if you want to make a difference, if you want to lose the weight, if you're worried about your health, Sam, health is the most important thing that we have, that we can do for ourselves, is to look after our health. And you know that being a coach, that's your job. But we put other things, and I did that. And my fear was that, I'd let myself go. I worked so hard. I prioritized everything else, my kids and my job and my parents and this. And I don't think it's selfish. It's not selfish for you to say, what about me? I'm doing this for me, and I'm going to do this, and everything else will fit around this. This should, for me, I'm in a different place. I understand that there's a lot of, people with young kids and they have demanding jobs, but I had all of that, and look where I ended up. I went into hospital, and I could cry now because this was the biggest thing. That graduation, Balraj's graduation, he studied 6 years in London to be a doctor, and as his graduation, the week after, I got admitted, and I missed his graduation.
Wow.
My husband and I, we worked so hard. We worked so hard to get our kids through their education, and he worked so hard, and I got admitted into hospital. They put me into a coma the week before his graduation.
You're going to see him pass this time, though, right?
He didn't go, obviously. Hey?
You're going to see him pass his last exam, right? August.
Yeah, his last exam's coming up. And he didn't actually. And the last thing I remember, when they put me into a sleep in a coma, the doctors, they rang my family, said, "We're taking her straight up and putting her to sleep. Everybody come right now to see her. And if you come within the next 20 minutes, you can say goodbye to her." And I kept looking at the door, and I kept looking, and they didn't come. And the doctor said, we're going to put life support on. We're going to put you on life support now. And they just put me to sleep. The last thing I said was, make sure that they have tell them to take pictures if I don't, at the graduation. Tell them all to go and take pictures, and I look at them when I wake up. Sam, that was hard. But now, you know what? Looking back, he's doing his final GP exams now, and we're all going to be there. We're going to celebrate. I'm not going to miss anything now. We work so hard. A lot of people work hard. Look after yourself and make sure you're there to see those happy days with your kids. This isn't short term. This is long term.
I think it's a valid point what you made. A lot of people, a lot of us are reactive towards health. We are reactive when things go wrong, rather than actually being proactive. And actually proactive. And obviously, I've done videos on the infinite games and the finite games, and the infinite game is the long game, right? Where you have obstacles, you have challenges, but you have to still overcome them. where the finite game is where you stop and start.
Yeah.
The thing is, I see a lot of people stopping and starting, which I think it's down to what you mentioned earlier about having the right support. Like I said, for some people, UFIT's great. For some people, we won't fit for them, right? But I guarantee we're probably one of, if not, we are the best. So
You are the best.
people should.
You are the best. You're trying. I would not, Sam. I would not recommend my kids to go somewhere if I wasn't 110% absolutely sure that it was the best thing for them. They're all here. You know, Cooley's going to be, family's going to be here. We wouldn't be with you, Sam, unless I had 100% faith in what you do. And you are the best. And keep going with it, Sam. I look forward to coming back.
Yeah, UFIT 2.0. So let's just ask, if anyone's got any questions, guys, drop a question in the comments. I'll be happy to ask Bally any questions you have. So if you have any questions, please ask, and we can ask Bally some final questions. If there's, that's cool. But yeah, if you have any questions, let us know, and then Bally can obviously still be centre of attention.
Sam, you've been asking me to do this for a while, and I kept saying no, didn't I? I wasn't sure about this, but you know what? But let's do it now.
Don't you find it incredible that, for example, in the past you've always said no, but eventually do it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you always get around. Yeah, like I don't want to photo shoot. Well, then I ended up doing a photo shoot. Don't want to do the podcast. Oh, we do the podcast. But yeah, no, it's been interesting. It's made me sort of like look, like I said, I got my journal out and I started looking through things yesterday. And it has been an incredible journey. It has. And UFIT is not just, it's not just the gym. People just think, you know, if you just go, they just go for it. It's so much more than that. And it's like UFIT family. Even this morning, the amount of messages I've had last night and this morning, people wishing me good luck for my podcast. That are members of the gym, you know, and you know, I formed friendships with the members, and you know, we go out for lunches, we go out for walks. Obviously not now with this, but constantly being in touch with everyone. It's a big family, and it's a very, very important part of my life and my kids' life as well.
It is a question. I always get it. How is UFIT different? Describe it, because I find that quite challenging, because I just can't put it into words.
You're professionals. You're the top end of the professionals. You know, the training that you give, the support that you give. You know, for example, when we're training with you, there's the smallest little tweaks that you do. You know, you move your arm from there to there. You know, we feel it. You put 100% into everything. And for me, it's the caring factor as well, Sam. You guys genuinely care. You know, it's not just the gym, and I've been at other gyms before. When you go, you know, they promise you this, that, and the other. You know, here's the machines. This is how you use that. This is how you use that. And you go, and then you do a bit of that, and then you go. But that's not how you guys work. You genuinely care about every member. You want the best for every member. You know, you with the members. You know, like when I was in hospital, you gave me flowers. You know, that's not part of, you know, but that's overall, that's your ethos, is you genuinely want the best for us. You care from your heart. And it's just so much that you offer for everybody. And it's not like any other gym. It's not like any other. People have to come and join and do the challenges, and they will see for themselves. And every people that I've recommended you, they've all joined. You know, my family have joined. They wouldn't just be there if it wasn't the best. And I know you are the best. Unique is the word. You're very unique in what you offer, the services you provide. And looking forward to starting yoga as well one day.
I like to think it's I always say to the team, it's all about wow service. Wow service in the client's eyes, whether they know it or not. Whether it's a secret gift, whether it's like you said, flowers, whether it's the training, whether it's the one-to-ones, everything has to be exceptional. There's nothing I don't accept.
That's
That you pick up.
absolutely outstanding. It's world class. Yeah, world class. You
Right.
are. And
The
people need to come and see it for themselves.
the questions are quite. The questions are, Bally. When am I doing this dance? But I think we've got to flip it now. So I think you've got to do. I think you've got to do my dance to my music, then I have to do it to your music.
No, the music. Yours, Gina. G, come down. Can you put our song on quick?
No,
Let's put it on Spotify because I had to put the.
You didn't agree.
Phone.
You didn't agree.
No.
So
no, Sam. Our condition was. Yeah. Can you remember when I messaged you? You asked me last week, a few weeks ago, and I said, Sam, I'll do it on the basis that you dance to my tune. Because obviously I get up in the morning and I play my happy music.
We'll do it both ways.
Okay.
I'm going to regret this.
Do mine first.
We'll do it both
By
ways.
the time yours comes on, yours
No, let's do mine first because if I don't do mine first, you're going to.
Mine will get cut off, Sam. Mine will get cut off because you only got 30 seconds, you said. Yeah. Then you're like, oh, too late. Mine's got to go. Yeah.
What is it?
Guess. Name that tune. You got to dance first. You pick it up.
Is it Lionel Richie?
No.
I can't hear it. Oh, that's a good song. Who sings that?
Come on, then you're going to dance now.
Wait there then, wait there. I've got to set up now. I've got to set up.
Sam, every day is a holiday. Every day is a party. Every day. We should live every day like it's a holiday and be happy.
You can't see me, wait there.
You ready?
Let's both dance together. Yeah, I'm ready. Wait there. I think I'm ready. Ready? It's this one. It's all about this. Twerk.
Twerking.
Twerk. Oh, this one. It's all about the twerk.
There you go. Thank you. Holiday. This song cheers me up every morning. My life is a big holiday now. Oh God.
You ready for my song?
Is it going to be swearing?
No, of course not. Don't do that anymore. I'm quite.
Is there rude words in there?
No, this is my all favorite one. Boom, 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 boom. I want to capture the essence. I'll dance for you this song. You ready? Can you hear it? When Cully comes home, you can do this dance to him. There you go.
Yeah. Cully comes back. He's like, what is going on with you?
That's it. You'd be like a woman possessed. You want to attack him. Come here, man.
You'll be like, go again. You'll be like, I'm going to you.
That's it. You'll be like, I need to get out of here. Right.
Mad woman.
Miss.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
But no. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Thank you from me, from my family, from everyone. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Take care.
I'll see you soon. Later.
See you soon.
Peace out.
Bye. Bye. Bye.